Back at Staples Center, a big crowd expected tonight again for the second meeting of the year between the Phoenix Suns at 15-3 winners with a 9 out of their last 10 against the 10-7 Los Angeles Lakers. Starting lineup for the Lakers: up front, Lamar Odom, the league's 8th best rebounder, along with Caron Butler at 21 points in the first meeting between the two. In the middle is Chris Mihm, who did not play because of a stomach disorder back on the 19th. Chucky Atkins, Kobe Bryant, and the head coach in his first season here in Los Angeles is Rudy Tomjanovich. For the Phoenix Suns, up front, Shawn Marion, multi-talented, along with former Clipper Quentin Richardson, who out of an early season funk has really started to play well. And what can you say about Amar'e Stoudemire? All night long we'll be talking about the league's third best scorer, along with Joe Johnson and Steve Nash, currently leading the league in assists at 10.9 per game. And in his second season, Mike D'Antoni is the head coach. Now, thanks very much. And Stu, let's talk about tempo. Well, we have a second. The Suns are obviously able to get up and down. Will the Lakers try to run with or even outrun the Suns at home, given the Suns are coming off a back-to-back?
Well, I don't think the back-to-back has anything to do with it. I just think the Lakers will just try to play their game. They want to be a running team, but they want to run with a purpose and not just run scattered out there, not, running with a purpose. So the biggest thing is going to be how both teams react in transition defense, from offense to defense, because when you're being run against, you better get back. So whichever team can get back on defense probably will have the success.
Stoudemire and Chris Mihm in the middle with official Bob Delaney. He's joined covering the game for the NBA by Gary Benson and Rodney Mott. And the Lakers control the opening tip. Chucky Atkins with it, averaging 16 points per game over the last 4 contests.
Key again with a running team like Phoenix is to try to make them play the half-court game.
Ball is kicked out off the turnover. Stoudemire gives it up to Nash. Nash back to Stoudemire, and he hammers it home to open the books on this one.
Well, Chucky Atkins was the only man back. You got a 2-on-1. You got Steve Nash and Amar'e Stoudemire. Don't let Amar'e be the guy to finish. Make him be the playmaker. Stand in front of him. Let Steve Nash finish.
Lamar Odom has it stripped away. The Lakers turn it over. Their first 2 possessions, talking about transition defense. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers, 2 dunks in the other direction for the Suns.
And if you want to be a running team, the best way to run is off of stops, off of turnovers. And the Suns, 2 possessions, have gotten 2 turnovers, and they've got 4 points. The Lakers got to clean it up in a hurry.
The Suns average 16 turnovers per game. That is what they force out of their opponents. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Here comes Nash out of the backcourt.
Well, obviously the game plan was to try to hurt him on the inside, because 2 of the turnovers have come trying to get the ball to Chris Mihm. So you've got to recognize that and go to something else.
Into the corner to Shawn Marion. 3-point miss. Rebound taken by Mihm.
There they are, half court. In the half court set now, they're 0 for 1. They've got their 2 baskets in transition.
Going to Odom once again at 6'10". Drop step works on Marion right to the rim, and he opens the book on the Lakers scoring. They trail at 4-2.
Well, if you're going to try to punish him on the inside, you have to make sure of it. And that time, Lamar made sure of it.
Marion had second thoughts about the 3. Nash down the lane, throws in a difficult shot. Steve Nash, who's shooting 56% from the floor.
Well, Steve Nash is just a very good all-around player. He leads the lead in assists, but he can shoot the basketball as well.
Nice screen and roll. Kobe Bryant, his first assist of the night. Nice drop pass to Chris Mihm.
Rudy Tomjanovich up and down the bench area there, really getting into this one in a hurry. Game just got started, and he's already on fire.
Nash on the curl, looking outside to Richardson. Again, started the season slowly, but has really been picking up his outside shooting. Misses that one, a 30% shooter from outside the arc so far early in the year. Kobe, stutter step, pull-up, jumper, rattles in and out. Rebound taken by Stoudemire. He averages 9 per game. Out on the run again. Richardson had it fumble out of his hands, but it went off of either Caron Butler or Kobe Bryant. Want to remind you, as always, if you prefer to listen to tonight's game in the Spanish language, go over to the SAP channel and listen to the 2 very best in the business, Fernando Gonzalez and Pepe Mantilla, KW 1330 on the AM dial. Marion with it, screen and roll inside to Stoudemire. Did he travel? No. Laid it up and in.
Well, he was bobbling the ball. Can't travel on a bobble like that. Good no call by the official. Good hands in the end by Amar'e.
Lakers trail at 8-4. The Suns have made 4 out of their first 6 shots. Speaking of bobbling, Mim has a hard time getting the handle on that, looking for Kobe. Now Mim has picked up his dribble. Johnson doing a good job keeping it away from Kobe. With that pass deflected, yep, Steve Nash got a piece of it. The Lakers will have it at midcourt, 4 seconds on the shot clock.
Well, Kobe he missed his first jumper, so with 4 seconds on the clock, he's going to have to probably throw something up here to beat the 24. And that's really one of the reasons why your shooting percentage plummets.
Inbounded, as you said, Stu, to Kobe. Squares up on a 27-footer. Nearly got a bounce. Marion with a rebound. Shawn Marion averaging 12.3 rebounds per game. 3rd best in the league at just 6'7". Johnson with it. Given some room by Lamar Odom, and Joe Johnson scores his first basket of the game.
This is a team that has players, all of which that's going to be over.
Another turnover by the Lakers. Sloppy start.
Well, the first thing you want to do is make sure when you're passing the ball, pass it to a player when he's in a position to do something with it. That time, I think if Chucky had that to do over again, he probably would keep possession of it, dribble it up himself, and set the Laker offense. But turnovers to start have really been terrible for the Lakers. That's 4 turnovers in less than 4 minutes.
Nash working around the high screen and roll. Good job by El. Beautiful execution. Stoudemire missed the slam dunk because he was fouled from behind by Mim.
Well, again, the guy that's triggering this is Steve Nash. The ball stays in his hand a lot for a reason. When he picks it up, he's generally ready to deliver for a dunk or a wide open shot. This time, it's a missed dunk attempt by Amari Stoudemire. Got hit upside the head by Chris Mim.
Stoudemire had 33 points, 14 rebounds in the first meeting.
And the rate he's going tonight, he'll have that in the first quarter.
Knocks down both free throws. A 70% free throw shooter, but boy, does he get to the line an awful lot. 5th most attempts so far this year in the NBA.
He's just got so much in his tank. I mean, he's so energy-filled.
Odom is double teamed. Butler's open. Nice look inside. That's goaltending. No question about that. Easy play to call. Give the basket to Mim.
See the energy? That's just a play there where he's young and he just loves to bounce up. And here's an easy call for the official. I mean, Amari just about hit his head on the rim. Goaltending Chris Mim's shot.
He had to wait for that shot to come into his range. It was almost like he could have caught it with both hands. Lakers trail at 12-6, just underway here at Staples Center. Outside to Johnson, wide open from 3-point range.
Drive and kick, drive and kick. When you've got shooters like the Suns have, you can get away with a lot, and they have done that this season.
Johnson, 5 quick points, averages 15 on the year. Kobe dribbles baseline, hammered, the ball comes free. Inside is Caron Butler, throws one up, gets his own rebound, swatted out of there by Marion. Here comes Nash. A beautiful play by Atkins on the steal. The Lakers running 4-on-2 to Kobe. Look out, Kobe. Low pass inside, no. Caron Butler, whistle blew. Whistle blew on the attempted lob and dunk by Mim, so he'll be going to the free throw line.
Now this team comes in averaging 108 points or so. You can see why. They can put it up in a hurry, but in transition this time, Chucky Atkins absolutely reads the play, knew that he was going to make a pass, picked it off and going down the other way. Amari Stoudemire preventing the dunk, picks up the foul.
Mim had 15 points and 10 rebounds in the Lakers' most recent game, which seems so long ago, last Friday, a 97-88 win over the Golden State Warriors, a 73%, good on the first.
Talked about running with a purpose. When you're playing against a team that really can run, you don't want to try to get in a foot race with them, but you want to play your game. Possession of the basketball is going to be critical for the Lakers. Don't turn it over trying to outrun the Phoenix Suns.
Nash turns it over, and it's going to be an uncontested basket for Chucky Atkins.
It's a rare mishap off the dribble by Steve Nash. That's one of his major attributes, is he can dribble the ball so effectively with both hands.
Pull-up jump shot in the corner by Joe Johnson, having a big first period so far with 7. And to that points to about turnovers. The Suns averaging 108. It's much like Dallas was last year, and the common denominator is Steve Nash. The Suns only averaging 13.5 turnovers per game, 4th best in the NBA. Suns showing some zone defense. Outside to Kobe, thinking about the 3, wants a screen, working on Stoudemire. Kobe picks up his dribble into the corner, Aaron pass, another turnover by the Lakers. Here comes Marion, takes it down inside. Another great play in transition by Chucky Atkins.
That's why when you're the only man back, you want to keep the bigs handling the basketball. You want them to have to be a playmaker for somebody else as opposed to catching the lob. So gets run over. Chucky Atkins with his second stop in transition. That's good.
Kobe splits the double team outside to Atkins. Thought about the three. Butler with more time. Unselfish play. First triple of the night for the Lakers by Caron Butler.
Yeah, but the Suns don't let you celebrate. Boy, they're on the other end getting ready to get a layup.
And quickly at the other end, Amari Stoudemire is fouled on the perimeter. And you make a great point, Stu. I was talking to assistant coaches Melvin Hunt and Mike Wells, and they said, hey, one of the keys tonight is what we do after we make a basket, because Phoenix gets out and pushes it so fast when they take it out of the basket.
That's the key. You can't celebrate. You celebrate in the locker room, but when you're on the floor, you got to play with good concentration at all times.
Nash kicks it out to a wide open Marion after he worked off the high screen and roll. Kobe with a rebound. That was Chris Mims' second personal foul. Long pass. It was intended for Lamar Odom, who called for a personal foul on the top of Shawn Marion.
Well, we've got to stop it in the action, but I tell you, the Phoenix Suns have come out of the gates with their track shoes on. They are flying, whether it's Shawn Marion to the rim or whether it's Steve Nash doing it himself. They're getting it done so far.
Suns currently leading the Lakers by a score of 17-12, and there is Larry David, co-creator of Seinfeld, has his own show right now as well, along with very controversial filmmaker Michael Moore.
Brian Cook entering the game guarding Amari Stoudemire. Imperative you keep him off the offensive glass.
Joe Johnson is really feeling it on the perimeter, leading the way for both teams now with 9 points. Mim went to the sideline, picking up 2 early fouls.
Joe was 4 for 4 with those 9, so obviously getting the job done. The Lakers going to have to pay close attention to Joe Johnson as Kobe comes down and gets called for an illegal screen. So yet another turnover for the Lakers as they are down by, 7 now. If they take away their turnovers, points off those turnovers, they'd be right there.
Mentioned Johnson 4 for 4. He scored the last 7 Phoenix Suns points. Out to Marion, who can get off the floor so quickly. Likes to go left, pull up jump shot, and he knocks that down. And the Phoenix Suns are shooting a sizzling 9 for 12 to open this contest.
Well, obviously they're not going to shoot 75% for the entire game, but you want them to start going off pretty soon, or the lead will be so high it won't matter.
Ryan Cook misses off the back of the iron. The ball is tipped. Odom's got it, trying to take it back inside. Missed the layup in traffic. Way to stay with it, Lamar.
That's good work on the offensive glass. Lamar and Ron Butler was there, but after you score, you better turn and run.
Quentin Richardson, pull-up three-pointer, no. Kobe easily takes the rebound. The Lakers trailing it by 7, 21-14. Kobe splits the double. Nice pass to Butler. Layup down inside. Good execution.
Real nice execution. One of the ways to try to slow them up as much as possible, if Chucky Atkins, who's guarding Steve Nash and vice versa, if he can be close to Nash after the Lakers score, he can hesitate that pass a little bit. They won't be in transition quite as quick.
Steve Nash, perfect 2 for 2. He's got 4 points to go along with already 3 assists. It's 23-16. Kobe wants it on the wing immediately. Marion comes to double team. That leaves Atkins out to Brian Cook. Wide open for 3. Butler is there. No, Cook has missed his first 2. Pretty good looks for the Lakers.
Well, good save on a slam dunk attempt by Caron Butler by Amari Stoudemire.
Shot from the outside is missed by Nash. Defensive rebound is taken by Butler. Lakers quickly into the front court. Odom up top, off the dribble, going right to left. Oh, he has the layup come out. That one just rolled off the front of the iron.
Better make him pick it up, but usually when he picks it up, it's for a layup.
Lakers dodge one there. They need to get, boy, what a break that time as Quentin Richardson blew an uncontested layup. Beautiful pass to Cook, lays it up and in.
Kobe Bryant with the nice look away, and Cook with an easy win. Right back at him. Here come the Phoenix Suns.
Ball is batted off the Lakers' Brian Cook as he goes to the floor. It'll be the Suns' ball with a fresh shot clock as Stephen Hunter comes in for the first time.
That last basket by Brian Cook to Kobe Bryant with a look away, and Cookie with the left-hand layup just about had it crawl out, but luck is on his side continually, and he has the shot fall.
Little housekeeping needed to be done. Bob Delaney couldn't reach up to straighten out the net, so 7-footer Stephen Hunter just reached up, didn't even have to go on his tiptoes to clear things up. Nash will pull the trigger. 3:05 remaining in the opening quarter. Inside to Hunter, a very good shot blocker, and runs the floor, so he's a good match for the Phoenix Suns. Fall-away jump shot. You see why he probably did get fouled on the play, but it's not going to be called.
I'll tell you something. He had to have been fouled on that play. That ball didn't get above the bottom of the net, went straight out of bounds. Still to play in the first quarter. At the top, we talked about the dynamic three of Marion, Stoudemire, and Nash. I'm sorry, Joe Johnson. I didn't mean to leave you out. Believe me, because you're flying below radar a lot of the time, but you are quite a player. He's letting the Lakers know about it right now as he's knocked down all 4 of his shots en route to 9 points. A 15-point average this season. Last season, he had a career high of just under 17, so he's on his way possibly to even bettering that.
Johnson in his 4th season out of Arkansas, originally drafted 10th overall in 2001 by the Celtics. Traded for Rodney Rogers and Tony Delk. So just 23 years of age. Good ball movement again by the Lakers. Butler attacks, loses the handle because the ball came out of his hand. He was hit on the arm by Casey Jacobson out of Stanford, just on the floor for Mike D'Antoni's Phoenix Suns.
Run off the three-pointer, he just takes it right to the rim, and I mean elevates, puts it in one hand, gets fouled on the shot attempt, but he'll earn himself 2 free throws. Exciting game. You know, this has been an exciting year for the Lakers up and down the floor. The way the tempo of the game is. And if you want to come out and watch this team play, still a couple of tickets left for the December 20th game against Memphis, and that's an interesting team. The Memphis Grizzlies starting to really play well under new coach Mike Fratello. And also on December 22nd, Byron Scott comes back to town. The New Orleans comes back. Tickets available for that one as well. It can be purchased at Staples Center box office, all Ticketmaster outlets, online at Ticketmaster.com, or just call 800-4-NBA-TICKS.
Steve Nash off the back of the iron. The Lakers going to be at Staples Center for much of December, so incorporate this exciting young Laker team into your holiday plan. That one hangs on the iron. Joe Johnson finally missed a shot. Odom tracks down the rebound. Lakers with a chance to run. Kobe open on the right side. Back to Cook. Pull-up jump shot. Just off the front of the iron. Cookie is 0 for 3.
Cookie, we said you could cook it up in a hurry. Heat it up a little bit.
2 minutes remaining in the opening quarter. 23-20 is the deficit for the Lakers. Jacobson, a good outside shooter. Butler on his backside, and nobody came to help Stephen Hunter. Not much of an offensive player, but at 7 feet, he can make that shot.
Yeah, with ball movement, player movement, you can see sometimes players get lost defensively, and all of the Lakers got lost defensively that time as Hunter all by himself.
That ended an 0 for 7 streak from the floor by the Phoenix Suns. Cook on the dribble, gets inside, takes it to Marion, lays it up and in. Shawn Marion went down hard. He's holding the back of his head. Let's hope he's all right. And Lamar Odom limping as well.
Well, Lamar came up gimpy on that one, but Shawn Marion is the one that took all of the punishment. That was not a flop by any stretch. The officials must be ruling he was in the restricted area, and so it was almost like a no call, but he's still down, and we'll come back, hopefully with a report, and hopefully he'll still be on the floor playing basketball. Well, Shawn Marion up and walking, standing under, trying to take the charge on Brian Cook. He took a lot of contact, and then as he was falling backwards, his head hits the knee of Lamar Odom. That will give you whiplash, a headache, and everything else. So let's just hope that Shawn Marion, as I said before we went to break, can stay on the floor and play basketball, not stay on the floor down like he was when we left. He's up. He seems to be doing okay. They are checking him out over there on the bench to make sure everything is A-OK.
We'll get word from the Sun sideline as soon as we have something more. Maybe we can get Bill McDonald down to check that. And remember, Shawn Marion's rookie year, he took that horrendous fall in the playoffs and suffered a concussion. That it immediately reminded me of that. Well, obviously a very different kind of play.
A lot of people hear me talk of high-risk injury players. And what I mean by that, players that are always in the high fly act, like a Shawn Marion, they're at a higher risk for injury. The players that always play on the floor, down low, just moving around, they're not at a higher risk, like a Steve Nash. He's the guy that's always under control on the floor. He's not trying to dunk, you know, he can probably. He's not trying to go to the rim and make all those spectacular plays. He leaves that to the other people.
1:15 remaining in the opening quarter. The Lakers trailed by as many as 7. They closed that down to 25-22. Johnson on the perimeter. He's bumped by Lamar Odom, who picks up his second personal foul. Chris Mihm already on the sideline. He has 2 as well, and now the Lakers are out of fouls for the remainder of the period.
Almost like Lamar was trying to get out of the way, and Joe Johnson comes off the screen and uses his left forearm a bit to clear the path, and the foul is given to Lamar, who goes to the bench now with his second personal foul. Coming in, Jermaine Jones, as Chris Mihm looks on from the bench, and you mentioned that he already has 2, so early foul trouble. The 2 players that generally get in foul trouble the quickest for the Lakers has happened again this evening.
Leandro Barbosa wearing number 10, operating at the point as Steve Nash goes to the sideline. Into the corner to Barbosa. He's got a very strange release, but there's nothing unusual about the results. A 3-pointer for Phoenix.
That wasn't a good defensive possession. The Lakers had the shot clock winding down to about 5. Then they decided to double team as he was going away from the basket. That's what freed up Barbosa.
Same pick and pop. Kobe outside now to Chucky Atkins, rims it out. Good tip out by Jermaine Jones or Brian Cook. And here comes Stoudemire out of the backcourt. Hunter with it, looking for cutters. Right side again to Barbosa. Good play by Jermaine Jones, but it comes right back to Barbosa, who lays it up and in.
Nice screen by Amari Stoudemire as Brian Cook was trying to come around to get the loose ball that Barbosa lost. The screen was set. He couldn't get there, so Barbosa was actually able to retrieve it himself.
Well, the Phoenix Suns, again, the highest scoring team in the NBA at 108, have 30 points so far in the opening quarter. Phoenix had a foul to give. That will be their first foul in the last 2 minutes. So with 11.3 seconds remaining, the Lakers will inbound with Caron Butler.
And that's good for the Lakers, knowing that they had, the Phoenix Suns had a foul to give. You go to your offense quicker, make them foul you quicker, and it gives you more time on the clock to end the quarter.
Outside to Cook, given lots of room by Hunter, off the side of the iron. That's as badly as Brian Cook can miss a shot. And the first quarter comes to an end.
Well, we talked about Brian Cook and his ability to knock down the threes at the top. Well, so far, he's come up dry, but don't worry about Cookie. He won't go 0 for 2 from that distance very long. As Chucky Atkins says, you want to score, get a closer one. No one gets any closer than Steve Nash of the Phoenix Suns. And when he's got players like Joe Johnson knocking down shots, you can see why they lead the league in scoring. For the Phoenix Suns, they were shooting 75% at one time. I said they can't do that for the game. I knew that. But they can shoot 54% for the games. The Lakers have heated up to 45%. Too many turnovers.